Hi there folks and welcome back. This video will be covering how to set up guides in a document. Now the document you see in front of us is the document that was created in the first video. So let's talk about the function of guides. Guides are intended to provide a document with a sort of a ruler or a guideline for any images or text boxes that you may place in your document. So a couple of things to note is in the Pages panel we have an A master as well as the pages in our document. So if we're going to create say a ruler for a certain place where images can go or a certain place where text can go, it's best to apply the guides to a master. So double click on the master page and it will look exactly the same, but you can see we are working in the master page here. Okay, how do we make guides? Well, this little black ruler at the top and the left-hand side, if you click inside of there and drag down, a guide will appear. Same applies to the left. If you click and drag, another guide will appear. Now to check and see if that guide is applied to all of our documents, you can simply click on one of the pages and it should be there. So every single page has this guide applied to it. Now, we're going to talk about locking and unlocking guides. So at the moment, I can't lock this because this is not in the master page. But if I click on the master page, I can move these guides up and down and I can select them all and they can move. If I'd like to lock my guides, I can click on View, Grids and Guides, Lock Guides. So now my guides can't be moved. So for whatever reason, if I was designing my document and these are moving around, you can actually do that. The next thing we're going to look at is snapping to guides and smart guides. So what this means is if we created say a square by pressing M and dragging a shape and pressing D to make it a black box, if we wanted this to always snap to this section here, okay, we can choose View, Grids and Guides, Snap to Guides. So if I deselect this option and I try and move my square, it will just sort of hover over the guides. It won't really align to them. But if I go View, Grids and Guides, Snap to Guides, when I select that square again, it will basically align very closely to those guides, and you can see there. It just tends to move to the guides that you choose. Now, applying this in practice, let's say, for example, this square was a placeholder for a particular image or a particular section in your document. If you design this and you apply it here using the grids and guides, if you look at your master documents, it will be there in all of your documents. Now, for whatever reason, if you wanted to apply a guide separate that doesn't involve being on the master page, you can select any of your pages and drag a ruler down, drag a guide down like so. That concludes the content for this video. And now in guided practice, show your partner how you placed your guides in both a master page and a single spread, and write down the shortcut keys for locking guides and smart guides. Also, think of where guides could be applied in your existing resources, and why do you think they would be important in setting up a resource?